Now here's more from today's featured artist on Frank's Magic Bus.
And our feature this time around is the British band Badfinger, the first real group signed to the Beatles' Apple Records in the late 1960s. We're talking one-on-one with Joey Molland of Badfinger. Now, Joey was there for all their hits. They played on each other's songs, that is, some of the Beatles and Badfinger, too. And they were there backing up George Harrison at that concert for Bangladesh, too, back in New York City back in 1971. But Joey joined the band, as we mentioned, just in time for their string of hits. And he says those times then were crazy times.
For some reason, at that time, the bass player left, I think, and I believe to get married. He left the band and went back to Wales. I auditioned for the job and got the job as guitar player in the band. And then the name changed to Badfinger. And then Come and Get It came out, was a big, huge hit. And then we started recording with what, which was with the lineup that was Badfinger, actually. Tommy was a guitar player in the Ivies, Tommy Evans.
Tommy Evans, yeah.
And he decided to go on to bass. When the bass player left, Tommy picked up the bass, started playing it, and they decided to look for a guitar player, which was fortunate for me, and it worked out okay.
Well, you also played keyboards, though, too, and vocals.
Oh, sure. I played piano, and we all played a little bit of piano. I sang a lot. I wrote a lot. I wrote over half of the songs the band did. Yeah, we all put our 2 cents in, though.
Well, now, early on with Apple Publishing and Apple Records, during some of the early reviews of the first couple albums and first couple of singles by the rock press and everything, you guys were really compared a lot to the Beatles, not just because of the Apple Records connection, but because of the sound and everything and being from Britain. Do you think maybe that was almost a curse in a way, you were compared too much to the Beatles?
I don't know. We took it at first as it was kind of a bit embarrassing. You know, they were the Beatles, we were us, and it was a bit weird. It was a bit weird, to tell you the truth. We didn't really know how to react to those kind of things. It seemed a bit silly because to us, it obviously wasn't the Beatles. Even the sound and everything was not like the Beatles.
Well, except for Come and Get It, which, of course, McCartney's demo, which he put out on the Beatles anthology, kind of sounded exactly like Badfinger there. But other than that, you did have your own sound and everything. But I would look at it as maybe a lot of undue pressure, like, how do you follow that act? Why would you want to be compared to the Beatles when the Beatles were still together, right?
Oh, yeah, the Beatles were still together, yeah, just barely hanging on. But we'd grown up on the same streets and listened to the same radio and gone to the same music stores and, done the exact same thing, played the same clubs. We weren't kind of copying the Beatles. We were just doing the same thing. We were writing songs and recording them. It happened that the songs got successful. There were a lot of bands doing that at the time. But anyway, it just I think the circumstance of where we were raised, when we were raised. Plus, we had the influence of the Beatles as well, remember. We all really loved the Beatles, as most of the world did at that time. So we just had to live with it and get on with it. We didn't really think about it too much. Some people did take it a bit far, expecting, George to be at the shows with us. And in fact, George did show up at a couple of things, but he didn't play on stage with us. He just came to see the band,
And, of course, you guys returned the favor. A lot of people don't realize that if they watch the great Concert for Bangladesh film, that you and a couple of the other Badfinger guys are playing right there on stage, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was great. We'd played on George Harrison's All Things Must Pass album. We'd played rhythm guitars for him, acoustic guitars. Mm-hmm. And when he was asked to do that Bangladesh concert shortly after that, he asked all the musicians who played on the album with him to come and play in New York. Hi, this is Joey Molland from Badfinger, and you're rocking with Frank Welch.